I'm here with
Dr. Milton Mills.
and how do the people know who you are?
So most people got introduced to me when I starred in the movie What the Hell. And that documentary came out and it made a really, really big impression. And well, actually across the country. But what was really gratifying to me was the impact it had in communities of color. I've had just untold number of black people, Hispanic, other people of color come up to me and say, I didn't think veganism was for minorities until I saw you and What the Hell. And that just, man, that's humbling. But that helped me understand why God had the people who directed that movie contact me and ask me to be in it. Because I was just like, oh, sure, it's a way to spread some knowledge, but it did so much more than that.
For people who don't really know about veganism, what does veganism mean to you, and why is it so important?
So, you got 3 hours, right?
Yeah.
All right. So, there are 2 terms that are used to describe diets that are based on food. One is veganism, and veganism means a diet that is comprised of nothing but plant food. So, no meat, no dairy products, no eggs, no fish. I don't call fish and mollusks seafood, I call them sea animals. So it's eliminating all animal products from your diet. However, veganism oftentimes also has a very potent political component, which is, I'm not in any way decrying or detracting from that, but a lot of the people in the vegan movement are very focused on issues of animal rights, environment, and that's entirely appropriate. Whereas the term plant-based connotes a diet, again, that is comprised entirely of plant foods with no animal products, because we know from science and from experience that that is the healthiest diet for human beings. And it's especially true for people of color, because when you look at the original diet of West Africans, New World, indigenous peoples, Asians, they were all diets that were built around plant foods, did not contain any dairy, and although they may have had meat, they contained small amounts of meat. And it's the Western corruption of our dietary eating patterns that have created the diseases that we see. And that's one of the reasons these diseases are so not only prevalent but devastating in our communities, because we're eating in ways that our bodies never adapted.
Yeah, and so for the people who are, maybe doubting veganism, or, say they can't do it, or, I need my bacon, my eggs, what would you say to those people that, aren't sure and, don't see themselves trying it?
I'd say a lot. All right, so the first thing I want to say is that I was there, okay? Because when I first started to learn about the importance of being plant-based, it was actually through my church. And the church encourages members to become plant-based because they see to rightly that is the diet that God designed us to eat. But even knowing that, I delayed taking my diet for over a year after I joined the church, because I didn't think I could live without a hamburger or cook chicken every once in a while. But it got to the point where, God basically said, look, this animal diet is impeding your spiritual progress. If you want to get close to me, you have to change your diet. And so at that point, I'm like, well, God help me to do this. But the reason I gave you that long backstory is that, one, you know that feeling of, oh, I can't live without this. But when God did move me to change my diet, I started to feel the benefits immediately. I was a teenager at the time. My acne disappeared. I had more energy. My mental clarity improved. And it was very clear to me that, yes, this was absolutely a healthier diet. So one of the reasons it's so important for people to do this is because it will help reverse chronic diseases that people may be struggling with or help prevent them from ever developing a disease. Many, if not most, of the chronic diseases that we see people struggling with, diabetes or type 2 diabetes, the don't which is 95% of the diabetes you see, heart disease, high blood pressure, stroke, autoimmune diseases like lupus, rheumatoid arthritis. Those are diseases that are directly created by eating animal food. And when you look in places where people don't eat that way, they don't have the disease. And so it's really a kind of insanity for us to be sitting here dealing with diseases that we made as opposed to you got the disease and now you're taking 100 other drugs that have 100 other side effects, and now you're sick as a dog, and your entire life is spent on a sick train, you know, and it's not necessary. We can change our diet. We can get back to the diet God designed us to, which is a whole food plant-based diet, and that will reverse the heart disease, the diabetes, the high blood pressure, all the things you do. And that's what you do.
Yeah, so we're here at the Black Vegan Fest with Dr. Milton Mills. Where can people find you if they want to learn more about, you know, what you preach and, you know, things like that?
Absolutely. My website is Dr. Milton Mills PlantBasedNation.com. So it's Dr. Milton Mills PlantBasedNation.com. No spaces, no dots, no dashes, and you'll find all sorts of health education information. I didn't know if you wanted to ask a few questions to my colleague, Dr. McQuarrie, who is an ophthalmologist master, because he's seeing the impact. Stop putting food in your mouth. He's seeing the impact of. You got an interview, man. Stephanie, take that bowl from him. No, he wants to interview you. Go. I need all day. That's why I said